Joining us now is Democratic Senator Jon Ossoff of Georgia. He's a member of the Senate Appropriations Committee, the Senate Intelligence Committee, the Senate Rules Committee. He's running for re-election this year. Senator Ossoff, your candidacy now is suffering from what I know candidates like you worry about, and that is other people's confidence that you are going to win. But I think you have to recognize what we are seeing nationwide here on the issues, what we've seen in the elections this year, and now when we see a strong Democratic candidate emerging in Alaska, not only is there some confidence that you're going to win, but there is a building possibility toward confidence that the Democrats could win back the Senate.
Lawrence, thank you for having me. And here's how to look at it. We have huge momentum because this president and his agenda and his enablers in Congress are massively unpopular. They have been stripping the country bare and selling the spare parts to enrich themselves and their wealthy donors. People are hurting. People are hurting because their health insurance premiums are skyrocketing. People are hurting because wage growth has stalled. People are hurting because the tariffs are a disaster. People are hurting because prices keep getting higher and higher. But complacency and overconfidence are our enemies. We cannot, just because we had some good results in Virginia and New Jersey, take anything for granted. Remember, I'm the only Democratic senator defending a seat in a state that the president won. They will spend hundreds of millions of dollars. They will use every dirty trick in the book. And so if you are furious at the weekly Watergate and the daily desecration of our nation's highest ideals, I need your help. Here's something you can do right now that makes a difference. Go to electjon.com, electjon.com, and help me win this Senate race in Georgia.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitution is reporting 190,000 enrollees in the Affordable Care Act in Georgia alone apparently have lost their health insurance at this point in the year because of the Republican refusal to extend the subsidies that those people were enjoying and that enabled them to even afford health insurance.
And this is exactly what was predicted and just the beginning. You know, this is folks in Georgia and across the country who don't have health insurance anymore. Some of them in the middle of a cancer fight, some of them fighting diabetes, some of them already with surgery scheduled. I'm hearing from my constituents who are in this position every single day. Their premiums have gone up 100, 200%, and folks just can't afford it. It is avoidable human suffering and illness and even death that's being imposed upon the country by Republican politicians and the White House here in Washington. And by the way, all three of my opponents oppose extending these ACA tax credits. Now, my prediction, as the pain grows, as the suffering becomes clearer and clearer, all three of my opponents will reverse their opposition to extending these tax credits. And a lot of Republicans in Congress will change their tune too, but too late to prevent so much of the harm that's already been done.
We've seen that in the House of Representatives, where Republicans who voted to inflict this harm are now trying, some of them now trying to vote their way out of that problem. What is your reaction when you see Donald Trump stumble over the word affordability every single time the speechwriters put it in the teleprompter for him? Every single time he has to say it's a fake word, that you Democrats got together and invented some fake word to describe what Americans are facing now.
He doesn't care what working class and middle class Americans are going through, and he doesn't know. There are some folks in the White House who recognize this as a political liability for him and are trying to get him to at least pay lip service to it. But what does Donald Trump care about above all? Donald Trump cares about retribution. Donald Trump cares about harassing and persecuting and punishing the people he believes to be his enemies and using the powers of state in order to manipulate people, whether it's Jay Powell or members of the Senate he doesn't like or others who he views as his adversaries.
Senator Jon Ossoff, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.